welcome to Live Interactive English. Hello, everyone. I'm Mike.
And I am Nina. Today we're on day two of the gift of the Magi. Magi?
Magi. We're going to go with Magi. Yeah, you can actually say this word a couple of different ways.
Okay.
Magi is the one we're going with. But yes, some people will say Magi.
Okay.
And also some people will just say the three wise men. Because these are the people from the Bible who came and gave Jesus his beautiful gifts after he was born. But that has nothing to do with our story, does it?
It doesn't. I think this story is more like giving, right?
It's about giving. It's Christmas. We're giving gifts, kind of like the Magi. But yes, this is Della and Jim, and they're not giving any gifts to baby Jesus.
No. But we learned that Della decided to sell her beautiful long hair just so that she had money to get her husband Jim a gift.
That's right. She had less than $2, which of course American money is not a lot. But she had that hair. She made $20 by cutting off her hair and selling it to a lady who made wigs. So she used that money and she found Jim a gift that she thought he would love, right?
Yes, a chain for his golden pocket watch.
A very important pocket watch that had been in his family for a long time. The chain would look very handsome when he wore it, right? With the chain on his vest and the pocket watch in a little pocket, and also keep it safe. So a great gift. But she had to give up a lot, her own hair, which was long and beautiful, to buy this. So quite a thing to do to show someone how much you love them.
Yeah, so let's find out a little bit more about what happens after.
I hope he gets her a good gift.
Me too.
Oh boy. That evening, Jim came home with a small package under his arm. When he saw Della's short hair, he stopped in shock.
I sold it,
she explained quickly.
I couldn't bear not giving you a gift. Don't worry, it'll grow back.
Nothing you could do could make me love you less, Jim said gently, but if you unwrap this, you'll see why I was surprised. Della opened the package eagerly, and she couldn't believe her eyes. Inside was a set of beautiful jeweled combs that she had long admired. All right, so the gift of the Magi, day 2. What happens? Well, let's get into it and see how this gift exchange goes for Della and her husband, Jim.
Okay, that evening, Jim came home with a small package under his arm. Okay, so obviously he also got her a present, right?
You think that's the Christmas gift he bought? Makes sense.
When he saw Della's short hair, he stopped in shock.
Wow. That would be very different if your wife had beautiful long hair.
And then suddenly,
you come home and it's very short. It could be very nice, right? A lot of ladies look very beautiful with short hair, but whoa, what a change.
Yeah.
Right? If you've ever had a friend who did that, or you knew a guy in your life who always had a beard and suddenly they shave it off, it's like, wow, you're almost like a different person. So he's in shock, but that's not always bad. It's just, whoa, big change, big surprise. And so of course she sees that and she explains what happened. I sold it, she explained quickly to tell him, this is what happened. I wasn't attacked by a gang of barbers. No, I sold it, she explained quickly. I couldn't bear not giving you a gift. Aww. Don't worry, it'll grow back, she says.
That's true.
So basically she explains, I cut my hair off to sell it for money to buy you a gift. I couldn't bear it means I couldn't really do this. I couldn't live with myself. I couldn't imagine not buying you a gift. I would have felt terrible. And she also says, don't worry, if you loved my beautiful hair before, it'll grow back. It will grow back. But yeah, that could take years.
A long time, yeah. Well, Jim responds, nothing you do could make me love you less.
Aww.
Jim said gently.
That's very sweet.
That is. But if you unwrap this, you'll see why I was surprised. Okay, so there's a reason he was surprised. If you unwrap this, so we're talking about the present or the package he had. To unwrap means to take off the paper or cover around something. Okay, so for example, Jessica unwrapped the gift with a big smile.
Are you one of those people who unwraps really carefully, trying to keep the paper looking all nice?
Yes, I am.
Or are you just ripping it apart like a hungry bear?
No, I have to keep the paper nice. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely one of those people because I love wrapping up gifts and I do it really well. So I know the effort that goes into it.
See, I'm terrible at wrapping gifts. I hate it.
Okay.
So I always just rip the paper
Oh,
off.
horrible.
I
It's
know,
okay.
I know. It's such a waste. All right, let's go over to Hanny.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny， 今天要继续来读 The Gift of the Magi 最珍贵的礼物。那天傍晚 ，Jim 带着一个小包裹回家，当他看到 Della 的短发时，震惊地停下脚步。Della 马上解释说，她把长发卖了，她没办法忍受不送丈夫礼物，那反正头发会再长回来嘛。Jim 则是温柔地说，不管 Della 做什么，他都一样爱她。可是如果 Della 打开那个包裹，就会了解她为什么那么惊讶了。好，来看单字 unwrap。Unwrap 是动词，表示拆开、打开什么什么的包装。Mike 老师在讲到拆礼物包装时，他用到 rip 这个动词，可以表达迅速扯开、撕裂的意思。这边还有一个重点是 with 加受词加受词补语。那这样的句型是用来表示附带状况或说明原因。受词补语可以用到分词、形容词或介系词片语。如果我们是用分词当受词补语的话，就看看受词跟补语的关系，是主动就用现在分词 VING， 是被动就用过去分词 PP。好，这边造两个例句。He felt nervous with so many people watching him. 这么多人看着他，他感到很紧张。这时候受词补语是用现在分词 watching。It's bad manners to talk with your mouth full. 满嘴食物还说话是不礼貌的。那这时候受词补语我们用到了形容词 full。好，接回课文中。
Okay, so this story has just gotten kind of interesting. I mean, it's really sweet. These two people trying so hard to buy a great gift, even though they don't have a lot of money. But just before, when Jim was giving his gift to Della, he'd seen her new short hair, and it has something to do with the gift that he got her. So
Yes.
what's going on? Well, let's find out. It says Della opened the package eagerly, ripping the paper off, not doing it slowly and carefully like you.
Yeah.
Eagerly, we're going to get to that, but she really wants to see it. And she couldn't believe her eyes. Wow, so what was in there? The gift was amazing. And that's why she eagerly, yes, ripped that paper off or took the paper off. Yeah, eagerly is with great joy and happiness and enthusiasm. You're excited, you really want this, that kind of thing. If you're really hungry and someone says, hey, I made dinner, you might eagerly run to the table or eagerly start eating.
Yeah.
Kids will eagerly do something if they're excited and happy, as opposed to not eagerly going off to do their homework. They might eagerly jump in the car to go to Disneyland or the park or something fun, something you enjoy. That's the way you do it, full of joy and excitement. For example, Robbie eagerly raised his hand to answer the question. He must know the answer.
Yes.
All right.
Okay,
What is it?
continuing. Inside was a set of beautiful jeweled combs that she had long admired.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so it was a set of combs. So combs you usually use to comb your hair.
Right. They also have those combs that you just put in your hair, right, to hold the hair in place, and they can have beautiful designs on them.
Yeah, so this one is beautifully designed. It has jewels on it, and she had admired it for a long time, which means she saw it somewhere and she really liked it and maybe wanted it, right? So she admired it, meaning to think something or someone is very good, pretty, or special.
Okay, so she'd seen them in the store. It was like, oh, aren't those beautiful? Don't you think those are beautiful, Jim? And like a good husband or boyfriend or partner, he's like, I'm going to remember that for next Christmas. But there she is with short hair. So she doesn't have a lot of hair to comb or to use a comb to hold, because her hair is so short.
Yes. So for example, the word admire, we admire the beautiful flowers in the garden.
Aren't they beautiful?
Yes,
They're
they
so
are.
lovely. Look at them. Aren't they great?
Yeah.
All right, you know who we admire?
Who?
Hanny.
Yes, we do.
Let's go over and chat with her.
好，那接着 Della 她就很急切地打开包裹，简直不敢相信自己的眼睛诶，里面是一组镶着珠宝的美丽梳子，那是她一直以来都很欣赏、很喜欢的梳子。好，单字 eagerly。这个副词表示热切地、渴望地 ，admire 是动词，表示欣赏、钦佩。这边还有一个重点是地方副词或地方副词片语的倒装。当主词带有比较长的修饰语，或者是要强调地方副词或地方副词片语时，我们就可以把这个副词或副词片语移到句首，然后把主词跟动词进行倒装。所以来看看它的句型就会是地方副词或地方副词片语加动词或 be 动词再加主词。举例来说。A scary monster lived in the cave. 我们现在把地方副词片语 in the cave 移到句首，然后主词动词经过倒装就变成 In the cave lived a scary monster. 洞穴里住着一只恐怖的怪物。好，这边注意一下，如果这个主词是代名词的话，就不用倒装咯。像我们说 Here comes the bus. 公车来了。如果把例句里面 the bus 改成代名词 it， 这个句子是写作 Here it comes， 那就可以看到动词 comes 它是维持在主词 it 的后面，没有倒装。好，那这条课文中。
Okay, now we just found out that Jim actually got Della a comb for her beautiful long hair that she had just cut and sewed.
That's right, that beautiful set of combs that she admired, but her hair is so short now, and her hair is short because she sold it to get him a beautiful gift.
All right, let's see what happens after and what Jim's reaction is when he gets his gift after this break.
Now, with her hair gone, they were useless, but she still hugged them close. Then she remembered Jim hadn't seen the gift she had bought for him. She held out the chain, which shone brightly as she showed it to her husband. Jim smiled and sat down when he realized what had happened. Jim had sold his watch so that he could buy the combs for Della. They had each given up their greatest treasure to buy a gift for the other. Even though neither could use them, they were the best gifts of all because they were given with love.
Okay, now welcome back from the break. Let's continue to find out what happens next.
So Della now has that beautiful set of combs she had admired for so long. They would look so nice in her long hair. But she doesn't have long hair anymore, remember? So it says now, with her hair gone, they were useless. I mean, her hair's not gone, but her hair is really, really short. And those combs that you can put in your hair or comb your hair, you don't really need a comb when your hair is short. You can just kind of use your hand and some water. So not really very useful, but it says she still hugged them close. She knew that her husband had remembered that she loved them. He worked hard and saved the money to get them. They're very beautiful. So she's still really happy, even if it's not the perfect gift for her right now. Her hair will grow back. So she hugged the box that he gave it in or whatever, and I'm sure she hugged her husband too. Because when you hug someone, you wrap your arms around that person or around a thing. Normally we hug people, right? That's what we think of. You hug someone, you might kiss them on the cheek or whatever. If you're very friendly, you might hug them to say goodbye, to say hello. And of course you can hug things too. You might hug your favorite pet, or you might see a little kid hugging their teddy bear or something like that. It's valuable, it's precious to you, it's something you really like. So you wrap your arms around it and give it a big hug. And yes, it's also a noun. I give them a hug or I hug that person. For example, I hugged my friend tightly before saying goodbye at the airport.
Okay,
right,
so
back to the article.
Yeah, she loved her comb, so she hugged them. And then she remembered Jim hadn't seen the gift she had bought for him. She held out the chain, which shone brightly as she showed it to her husband. Okay.
Yeah, that beautiful chain, probably like gold or something for his gold pocket watch.
Nice and shiny.
It's gonna look so good together. Jim smiled and sat down when he realized what had happened.
Interesting. So he smiled instead of being super surprised and excited.
Right.
I wonder why that is.
Yeah, he might smile and say, wow, and then pull his watch out and put the chain on. And
Yeah.
no, he's sitting down like this is making him think and feel all sorts of things. I'm going, and I think you are probably, what's going on, Jim? What's going on with his reaction to the gift? We'll find out after we check in with Hanny.
现在 Della 没有长发了，那个发梳就变得毫无用处。不过呢，她还是紧紧抱着发梳。单字 hug 这个动词就表示抱住、拥抱。那接着 Della 她就拿出她买的那一条金属链子 ，Jim 看了之后，竟然不是兴奋开心的反应，而是微笑的坐了下来。我们赶快回到课文中看看是怎么一回事。
So there's Jim. He's just gotten his beautiful chain, and instead of being really happy or excited, he sat down on the sofa like this is making him think and feel all sorts of things.
Yeah.
What is going on, Nina?
All right, so Jim had sold his watch so that he could buy the combs for Della.
You're kidding me.
I'm not kidding you.
Oh my gosh.
So they had each given up their greatest treasure to buy a gift for the other. That is so sweet.
Wow, she cut off her hair and sold it to buy the chain. He sold that gold watch from his family's history to buy her that beautiful set of combs.
So basically, they have no use for their new gifts anymore because they had to sell.
But they showed how much they loved each other by giving up something so important to them. It says even though neither could use them, they were the best gifts of all because they were given with love.
Oh, that's very true.
That is very,
If
very
that had
nice.
happened to me, I would have also been so touched.
Absolutely. Touched and also kind of laughing a little bit. 'Cause,
Yeah, it is funny.
We both did this. They're not great gifts, but we did it for such a nice reason.
Yes, that's very sweet.
All right, let's go over to Hanny one more time, who has the gift of knowledge to give to all of us.
原来啊 ，Jim 把他的怀表卖掉了，这样他才能买法书送给 Della。那这两个人都为了买礼物给对方，放弃了自己最珍贵的宝物。虽然礼物都派不上用场，可是却是最好的礼物，因为都是出于爱而赠送的。我们最后来看一个重点是 give up 的不同意思与用法。首先，它可以当及物用来表达舍弃某事物，或者是戒除某事物。那么后面接名词或动名词，例如 Paul gave up smoking at the age of 50. Paul 在50岁时戒烟。那第二个 give up 可以当不及物用来表达放弃、投降或认输。之后可以接 on somebody or something 去表达说对某人事物绝望或失去信心而决定放弃、死心了。例如 He thanked his parents for never giving up on him. 他感谢父母从未放弃他。好，接话课文中。
Okay, now we have a what do you think? Mike, what is the best gift someone has ever given you? And what made it special?
Wow, well, okay, here's the easy answer. The best gift anyone ever gave to me is the gift of life
Your
that I got
parents.
from my mom.
Of course.
Aw, no, but that's not the right answer. I don't know, that's a really tough one. At different times in my life. You know, I mean, obviously getting an education and a home to live in from my parents, that's a pretty good gift.
Okay, sure.
I got an electric bass guitar
Oh,
when
that's
I
a
was
nice gift.
16, and I've played music ever since then. Been to many countries, had many adventures, met many wonderful people. So that was a pretty good gift.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, but I don't know. It kind of depends. You know, at different times of your life, you get things and it
Means different things.
sets you off in a different path or opens new opportunities up. But yeah, I think the gift of love of music and stuff, which I also got from my parents. How about you?
Lovely. Oh, okay. Well, in a different sense, like
Yeah.
what I like most when people give me gifts are when they're handmade.
Yeah, you
So
mentioned that.
I don't really care for materialistic stuff,
Okay.
but if you actually spent the time and effort to make me something,
Nice.
that would be top best gifts that I've received.
That would be
so
one of the
handmade
best
gifts,
things.
yes.
Okay, and do you also like to give handmade gifts to other
yes,
people?
I do, but it
That's
depends
great.
on people's love language. Some people just want, something nice, a sweater, a car,
For
who
sure.
knows?
Yeah, but if it gives you pleasure and them at the same time, that is a wonderful thing.
Indeed.
So how about you guys? I'm sure there's lots of good answers you can give for this question. You can chat about that. And we will be back soon with more great articles. So maybe we should wish everyone a very Merry Christmas.
Yes, Merry Christmas, guys.
We
We'll
hope you
see
get
you soon.
everything on your Christmas list, and we'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye. That evening, Jim came home with a small package under his arm. When he saw Della's short hair, he stopped in shock.
I sold it.
She explained quickly.
I couldn't bear not giving you a gift. Don't worry, it'll grow back.
Nothing you could do could make me love you less, Jim said gently, but if you unwrap this, you'll see why I was surprised. Della opened the package eagerly, and she couldn't believe her eyes. Inside was a set of beautiful jeweled combs that she had long admired. Now, with her hair gone, they were useless, but she still hugged them close. Then she remembered. Jim hadn't seen the gift she had bought for him. She held out the chain, which shone brightly as she showed it to her husband. Jim smiled and sat down when he realized what had happened. Jim had sold his watch so that he could buy the combs for Della. They had each given up their greatest treasure to buy a gift for the other. Even though neither could use them, they were the best gifts of all because they were given with love.
最后我们来复习今天课文里的单字文法。单字的部分有 unwrap 动词表示拆开、打开什么什么的包装 ，eagerly 副词表示热切地、渴望地。再来看到 admire 是动词，它表示欣赏、钦佩 ；hug 当动词表示抱住、拥抱。而文法的部分，第一个学到 with 加受词加受词补语，这样的句型是用来表示附带状况或说明原因。那受词补语你可以用分词、形容词或介系词片语。第二个学到了地方副词或地方副词片语的倒装，那么句型是地方副词或地方副词片语加动词或 be 动词加主词。那要注意主词是代名词的话，就不用倒装咯。第三个学到 give up 的不同意思与用法。那首先它可以当及物用，表达舍弃、戒除某事物。那第二个它可以当不及物用来表达放弃、投降或是认输。好，以上是今天的讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。
Hey Shane, want to check out the new burger place down the street after work today?
Meh. I went there last week for lunch and the food was pretty vanilla.
Vanilla? Why, do their burgers taste like vanilla or something?
Not literally. I mean, it was just kind of plain and not very exciting.
That's disappointing. I was really looking forward to it after seeing all the hype online.
Hey, maybe it's just me. Maybe you'll like it. But don't blame me if your taste buds fall asleep.
Okay, well, I'm still willing to give it a try. Hi everyone, today we're talking about the word vanilla.
That's right. While vanilla is most commonly known as a flavor, it's also slang for something plain or ordinary.
An example sentence would be, the movie is pretty vanilla, with its obvious plot and predictable characters.
The term can also describe something standard without any extra or special features.
For example, he chose the vanilla phone plan, which only covers calls and texts.
Just like vanilla is the base flavor for ice cream, it makes sense that vanilla can describe something simple or not too fancy.
Exactly. And that's all for today.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.